Welcome to Letting Go University. This is an outtake from a recent weekend event we had on relationships and releasing feelings around relationships to improve our relating. This is a good introduction to releasing in general and some of the things that are going on with the programs and belief systems we've been running. It explains releasing and how you can release in relationships. It also dives deep into resistance to letting go. So I hope you enjoy this video. I'm so happy to share with you how you can use letting go and to introduce you to letting go in general. Thanks for watching and enjoy. You get what you think about consciously or unconsciously. Why is this happening to me? Well, somewhere along the way, some program got run, whether it was pre-birth or whether it's just something I read in, I heard it said, just glancing at a newspaper, you might get a program. And then if you're not conscious and like, nope, not taking that in, just gets right downloaded in. Be very careful with this in social media as you're scrolling through. Oh, flash programmed. Oh, flashed programmed. Oh, flashed programmed. If you're going to keep using social media, you might tune your feed. That's why Facebook makes so much money. Do you think Facebook is there to give you a community sharing platform? No. They're there to get advertising money because they know flash program, flash program, flash program. And because we tell them all about ourselves and what we're interested in, they give us the perfect advertisements. But also, it's just a representation of consciousness. So everybody here, have you had the experience yet where you talk about something and then an advertisement for that product or something comes up on your phone? Is it because they're spying on you, or is it because you're so powerful and you literally create what you think about? You get to decide. Is it the spies in the world happening to me, or is it the power of my thoughts and words showing up in my reality? What you think about happens. If you get this idea, you will become very, very empowered. If you can just accept this, or even just let it be a possibility that you bring things into being. You create occurrences, you create events, you create relationships. And I say create, but really it's more like manifesting, creating potentials for unfoldment of this infinite field. There's nothing really new that's created in a more esoteric sense. What have you been carrying? We carry a tremendous amount of negative beliefs and programs and feelings. We have them with us all the time until we release them. All of these beliefs, these programs, these thoughts are filed in feeling tones. So when you release the feeling, those thoughts, all this stuff that's been cluttering your field disappears. It's got nowhere to be filed. This is how Dr. Hawkins puts it. We carry around with us a huge reservoir of accumulated negative feelings, beliefs, attitudes. The accumulated pressure makes us miserable and is the basis of many of our illnesses and problems. It's from letting go of the pathway of surrender. This is what we're doing all the time, by the way. Feelings, beliefs, so much pressure, and it's miserable. We don't know that we can just drop this ball. People don't know you can just drop that stuff. What frequency are you on? This is how you become aware of what frequency you've been on thus far. What is a frequency? The frequency is the number of times something happens within a particular period. So like there's some time going by. How many times is something happening? So this is why when you identify your old relationships, you can see the same kind of patterns. You know what frequency you are on now. It's not something external happening to you. It's the perfect example of the frequency that you've been on. If I'm constantly worried about what other people are thinking about how I look, I'm on a frequency of I might not look good. Just to know, like, and that's optional. That's optional. It is just a choice, but unless you believe that, could you just be open to the possibility that what if it was just a choice? just a possibility, just an act you could decide upon, deciding what you want from two or more possibilities. It could be just a choice, folks. It could be just a choice. Would you allow yourself the possibility of choosing from options instead of just deciding that it's just how it is and that's how it's going to be? Whatever frequency you're on is transmitting. So when you are on a frequency that's broadcasting, a lot of times it's unconscious. Remember, it's okay, you guys. It's okay that things happened as they happened. We don't need to beat up on things from the past to start broadcasting new signals, carrying new messages. Please do not dwell on how things could have been different before. If you will, could you just choose for them to be different now? I personally can't change the past. Can any of you change the past? If so, you're going to make a ton of money. As of right now, let's just assume that what we can change is right now. And as you change your right now, you may find your entire perspective of the past change because you're relating with things differently. Okay, so what's going on now or a past relationship? This person has no idea what they want. They don't know they can choose. They saw mom and dad relate in a particular way. They saw their friends relate in a particular way. Those people also had no idea. For most of us, we're just witnessing programs, past to programs, past to programs, past to programs. No idea. And they assume it's true, so they inherit all these beliefs and programs, and that's what's going on in the relationship. The current level of consciousness or frequency, the current attractor pattern, attractor field. So now oh, I'm going to make some different choices. I'm choosing consciously now. So now there's a possibility. Now, what happens oftentimes is because people don't know about releasing, changing thoughts is very limited in its effect because thoughts pop up automatically based on frequencies and attractor fields that are the dominant attractor patterns of our life or subtle attractor patterns. So after a short while, they go right back, or it becomes a mix. It's one thing to choose it, it's another thing to release. They make these temporary jumps, they choose a new frequency, they're still carrying the old frequency. That frequency actually is fighting for survival, and it's transmitting the old beliefs and programs until release. This is why change is so hard for people. They think it's a thinking process. No, it's a choosing where you're going and releasing the old energy. It is helpful to choose. In fact, if I don't choose, I'm not even going to try anything. And what's going to happen is when you choose this, all the old stuff is going to come up extra powerfully to release because now I'm so much aware of these old patterns and old frequencies. Remember, caution, your old stuff is going to come up. And it's not that it hasn't been there already. It's just now you're extra aware of it with your new choices on how you're going to be relating. You can get rid of old ideas. How are your new ideas going to have space if you don't get rid of the old ones? Power is going to be divided between the old idea and the new idea. If you don't like an idea about relationships that you've been carrying for decades, get rid of it. Get rid of it. It is no longer necessary. And as long as you're carrying that idea, you're going to keep using your powerful thoughts to recreate these circumstances again and again and again. Get rid of these old ideas of relating. Create a space where the choices you're making now can fill in. An example of this is, let's say I own a business. My employee I have right now sucks.
And all I'm thinking is employee sucks, employee not doing a good job, employee bad, employee a problem, blah, 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 blah. Why don't I fire that employee? Because I'm scared that somebody's not going to fill that space. So rather than let that person go and make a space for a new person, well, this is what I've got right now. This is how I guess we're still in business. I guess we're still going. Whoa. And so now there's no space for the new employee. Same thing with a relationship. But I was unwilling to let go of relating to this person in the ways that I was. And so, how am I going to discover a new option? Create a space for your choices. How do you do that? You release everything other than what you choose. All that exists, all that relates to the subject, all that seemed important before. If you want your blueprints to take effect rapidly, release everything else. Oh, is this how I'm relating with people now? No, I'm going to let go. Do I want this thought to happen? Is this in alignment with my beliefs? No, I'm going to let it go. This activity that I'm doing, does it have anything to do? Is this an empowering activity or a weakening activity? Nope. Okay, gonna let it go. What am I letting go of? Feelings, emotions, vibrations, beliefs. This is where it starts to be really empowering, you guys. Wait. Everything? That's so much. That's so much stuff. How am I gonna? That's gonna take forever. Oh yes, the ego's resistance and tricks come in immediately. This is going to take so long. One feeling frequency, one attractor pattern has thousands and thousands of thoughts associated with it, tons of events, tons of beliefs, perspectives, attitudes, and tons of actions. One feeling. You don't have to release on every single event, every single relationship. You don't have to release on every thought, on every action, on every perspective. Just take one. And when you release around that one thought, that one way you were relating, all the other ones that are on that attractor pattern are going to start to dissolve. The ego wants to make releasing hard. It is not hard. It is the easiest and most effective thing you can do in many cases. That one feeling there's thousands and thousands, maybe millions of thoughts on that frequency. Remember, your memories and your thoughts are filed in according to feelings. When you release that one feeling, all of a sudden, this whole stream of thinking and relating just starts to dry up and dissolve. Or it's flowing over here, but you're over here. So just one feeling released can release thousands of negative memories, thoughts, beliefs, attitudes, just one. But what are we doing instead of releasing? We are suppressing feelings, not allowing these feelings to be released. We're repressing feelings. We are denying that we're just having a feeling and projecting it onto people, places, and things. We were doing this in book topic recently, and we read this section like several times in a week. I didn't understand repression before. Repression is frequently happening when I have so much guilt and fear about the feeling, that I will not own it. I will not own that it's just a feeling. And so I deny that I have the feeling. It's like, no, it's not just a feeling. It's about you, Russ. It's about you, Sophia. It's about you, Jody. It's about you, Melissa. I'm not just having a feeling. It's got to be caused by someone out there. And so I have no hope of releasing it. No, it's about this feeling is because my money is this way. This feeling's because I ate something. This feeling's because it's raining outside. Denying the feeling and projecting it elsewhere. That's called repression. But now here's another fun one, expression. So I had a one-on-one session with somebody a week or two ago, and they had the meme. They got the meme. It's all over the internet. Express yourself. Express yourself. This is giving people free license to be the biggest assholes ever. Because there was a misinterpretation of the work of Sigmund Freud where he said suppression of feelings is negative. And then people assumed that meant expression is the solution. It is not the solution. The expression of a feeling tends to propagate that feeling, take a little bit up off the top, and then shove down the rest. Expressing positive feelings does make a huge difference. Expressing negative feelings makes disaster, causes severe deterioration in relationships. Oh yeah, our relationship's going to get better when I tell you how much I hate you, isn't it? That's going to make it better. No, no, no. The rule is express positive feelings, release negative feelings. There may be something still to express and communicate in a relationship once you've released the negative feelings, and you do it from courage, acceptance, neutrality, love, maybe even love. And you'll find that whatever you were gonna express at a negative frequency, when it's expressed positively, then shifts do happen in the relationship. But no, let's just yell at each other a whole bunch. Like, oh, and do you feel any better? Maybe a little bit, but guess what happens? Now, I'm the proof of this. I'm not just going to yell at you and then stop yelling at you. I'm going to keep yelling at you and keep yelling at you and keep yelling at you and keep yelling at you. Expression is oftentimes what we do instead of release, and then escape. Okay, you guys all know this one. What's the number one escape tool? Rather than feel my feelings, what is the number one escape tool right now on the planet? Anyone? Social media, phone. Phone has it all. It's got the streaming, it's got my books, it's got my music, it's got my social media, it's got all my friends I can call and express my negative feelings to. It's got it all. Oh, I can text. I'm not going to feel something. Oh, let me text somebody. Let me text somebody right now. Let me put on YouTube. Let me do anything but feel this feeling. Escaping can be eating, smoking. The phone isn't inherently bad. It's just the number one escape device. The phone's not good or bad. The tool isn't good or bad. It's how you use it. Smoking isn't good or bad. Eating isn't good or bad. It's, am I using it to escape from my feelings rather than release them? So how do you go from the negative programs to the positive? How do you do that? Well, so I've tried changing my thinking, but even when I'm saying I love this person, I'm still feeling like I hate them, and those thoughts keep popping up. Well, you release. What is releasing? To give freedom to someone. Did you know all your relationships, they've been enslaved by you? They're enslaved by your thoughts. They're enslaved by your feelings. They're enslaved by your beliefs about them. And they know, even if none of those things are true, I think they're true and I treat them like it's true. So when you release, you're giving freedom to the people in your lives to be different. Because even if their appearances don't change, my feelings are on a different frequency and they don't bother me anymore. But oftentimes people's appearances will change because, again, your thoughts are showing up in the world. And where are those thoughts coming from? From feelings. There's thousands of thoughts on that attractor pattern, on that attractor field. So when you release that, you give yourself and everyone else in your life freedom. How do you release something? You drop it. You stop carrying it. You stop holding on to or containing something. You release. You just let go. I don't know how to let go. Bullshit. Okay? Let's just get out of this I don't know how to let a feeling go thing. All right. You're holding the remote. It's not that I can't let it go. It's that I'm scared if I let it go, it's going to drop and break. I'm scared I'm going to lose something I value. I can let it go. I won't let it go. I'm not going to let go of this feeling. Now, what's the remote? The feeling is how I am commanding things around me. I'm literally pushing buttons with thoughts on this feeling, and I'm sending it out into the universe. I'm not going to let that go. I'm going to keep pushing, you're an asshole. You're an asshole. You're an asshole. You're an asshole. And I'll find all of the different assholes on my asshole frequency. I'm being an asshole, and I'm pointing at each of you, and I'm looking for how you're assholes. And that's what I'll find. I don't want to let it go. That's why I'm not letting it go. I know how to let go. Was that hard? Was that hard to do? No, no, I just opened up. I let it fall away. You can do the exact same things with feelings. If I just open up a little bit, it might start to slide, but it's not. Wait. No, it's starting to go. No, no, no. Don't want it to go. Don't want it to go. No, no. I got to open up completely. And I may open up completely and it just hangs out there. It just hangs out there. But it will go on its own. I don't need to force it, push it, anything. I just open up and eventually it just goes. So can everybody, is there anybody here who doesn't know how to drop something? Yes, I just won't. How does it feel if I grip something really tightly for a long period of time? Oh, gosh, this is a lot of work. Letting go is hard. Anybody ever had that thought, letting go is hard? It's really hard to hold on. I keep getting asshole, 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 asshole. I keep getting scary person, scary person, scary person, scary person, scary person. I keep getting person reminding me how shitty I am. Person reminding me how shitty I am. Person reminding me how shitty I am. It's a lot of work to hang on to this stuff. Could you just drop it? First, become aware of what you're holding. And that's what we did. We looked at our previous relationship, or our current relationship. Oh, I'm holding a value of making wrong of this person. I really value making wrong of them. So now I know that it's really valuable to me. My belief system, the way I'm living is making wrong of people. Okay, now I know that exists. And the feeling, oh, that feels kind of like wanting to control them or anger, wanting them to be different. That's the feeling. That's the feeling. I don't actually want them to be different because my belief system is that I need to make wrong of things. So they're helping me with my belief system. Now, all you're doing in letting go, if you want to keep it super simple, being aware, oh, a feeling came up, letting it come up, staying with it, and letting it run its course without wanting to make it different or do anything about it. I hope all of you have read this at least 10 times now, if not more. Chapter 2 of Letting Go, the Pathway of Surrender. Read it again and again and again. Practice it as you're reading it. Oh, okay. So all right, this is what it feels like to make wrong of somebody. I'm aware of that feeling. I'm just going to let it come up. I'm just going to stay with it, and I'm going to let it run its course without wanting to change the feeling, make it different, or do anything about it. Huh, that's it? That's it. Eventually, it's just going to go. So can you just acknowledge the feeling? So I've got the thought, I've got this belief. I want to make wrong of people. I want them to be different. They need to be different. They're wrong. They're bad. How does that feel when I'm thinking those thoughts? Yes, you will release the thoughts, but the way to stop the thoughts permanently, the way to have them stop showing up at all uninvited, is to notice this vibration behind the thought, the sensation of it, the feeling of it. Anger or wanting control, I might be aware of a sensation in my chest, in my solar plexus. Okay, it's just a feeling, but there's a sensation here. I'm calling it, it seems like anger. You don't need to label it. Could you just acknowledge the feeling? Could you just be aware of the feeling wherever it seems to be in the body or the field? And could you just acknowledge it? Just acknowledge it. Could you allow it? Could you allow that feeling? Could you let it be there? Could you permit it? Why aren't feelings releasing? Because we're gripping. We're saying, no, no feeling, no, don't want to feel you feeling. That's why we suppress. That's why we deny and project. That's why we express. That's why we escape, because we just won't allow the feeling to happen. And that's why stuff builds up and builds up and builds up instead of just releases naturally. Releasing is something you can naturally do anytime. You don't need to be in any special circumstance or scenario or have a SAM. You can just release. You can allow the releasing to happen by allowing the feeling to happen. It means simply to let the feeling be there and to focus on letting out the energy behind it. It's like here's this feeling, and I'm focusing on just keeping the door open. I'm just going to let the feeling be there and focus on allowing it to do what it does, allowing it to move, allowing it to be stuck, allowing it to go, allowing it to stay. The door's open, letting the energy out behind it. It can take a while because we've been doing so much suppression, repression, expressing, and escaping, lots built up. Could you just keep letting out the energy behind it? Are you allowing the feeling? Is the feeling permitted? This also puts you right into the frequency of courage, by the way. Because if I'm fearing the feeling, it's a very weak stance. If I'm permitting the feeling, even though I don't particularly prefer it, feels uncomfortable, I immediately move into courage. And now I can release. And then I can go to neutrality with it. When I'm neutral with it, it's not good or bad, it's just a feeling. That's when releasing happens. So could you stop holding on to it? Could you allow it to be free? Could you just allow this feeling to go free? The only reason feelings aren't releasing all the time naturally is we are holding on to them. We're resisting them. We're fighting them. We're trying not to feel it. When we stop doing that, the feeling goes free on its own. And it might take a little while. It took a long time for that to build up. Once the feeling has been relinquished, all the beliefs, all the attitudes, all the thoughts, all the memories that were filed with that feeling frequency from that attractor field, that attractor pattern, fall away. So you've got all this empty space. What comes up in that space? The next feeling. I released my anger. Oh my gosh. And then all this guilt about being so angry with that person came up. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have treated them that way. Oh, I made such a mistake. Okay. Then again, just ignoring the thoughts, allowing that feeling to come up. The next one comes up. Just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Remember, what we've been doing most of the time is suppressing, repressing, expressing, and escaping. Did you know you can just keep on releasing? Or you can consciously take a break. Instead of unconsciously escaping, now I'm going to consciously go eat something. I'm going to go walk the dog. I'm going to call a friend. And then later I'll get back to it. I'm going to consciously escape, consciously express, consciously suppress. It's a very different thing. What are some resistances to letting go? Common forms of resistance: guilt about the feeling or fear of the feeling. If I'm afraid of the feeling or I feel guilty, like this is a common combo, guilt and anger. I shouldn't be angry with them. It's bad to be angry. Now, guess what that means? Now I've got to suppress the anger. It piles up and gets bigger and bigger until eventually it explodes in an expression. So could it be okay to just feel angry without judging it as good or bad? Now I can release the anger. Fear of feelings. Oh, if I get angry, I'm going to destroy my relationship. You're already angry. You're already destroying your relationship. Could you allow it to be just a feeling? And the fear is really of expressing the feeling. It's of expressing the anger. Because who hasn't done something that destroyed a relationship when they expressed some anger? If I can let go of the fear of the feeling and the guilt about the feeling, then I can release the feeling. So feel guilty about feeling the feeling, feel fearful about feeling the feeling, let that feeling release first.
I don't need to judge or moralize about any of these feelings. All that's old programs, not required anymore. Could it just be a feeling? Anger is just a feeling. Fear is just a feeling. I don't need to tell a story about it. Here's another one. This feeling will never end. Again, a judgment about the feeling, an assumption because I'm afraid of the feeling. This feeling's never going to end. Folks, if you spend enough time with me, you've probably all said it and probably discovered it's not true. The feeling eventually runs out. So could you ignore this resistance, feel the fear of just feeling the feeling, then get into the feeling itself to let it go? That's how you get through resistance. It's too much to deal with it. I can't take it. Okay, why don't you break it down? Rather than dealing with every single aspect of the feeling, why don't you take a small aspect? Well, I just don't like how loud my husband chews. Rather than taking everything about my husband, I might just choose, I just really don't like how noisy he is, and release on that. And then, I don't like how he wears those pants. Those pants are they're so out of fashion. They're dirty, they're old. Now I'll just take that aspect. I'll release on that. And the way he looks at other women, like now I'm just going to take that part. I don't have to take it all at once. I can break it down into smaller pieces. All right, here's the other next big resistance: thoughts. Endless thinking, on and on. Zero thinking is required for releasing. It only gets in the way. So you can't stop the thoughts. This is the problem. The thoughts are popping up automatically because you're experiencing an attractor field, an attractor pattern of that emotion. They're not your thoughts. They're not even true. They are what the world looks like on that frequency. And the mind's doing the best it can to explain this feeling and do something about this feeling. I need to go eat something. Oh, I need to call this person. Oh, I need to work. I need to go to the bathroom. The mind's going to make things up to do about the feeling. Oh, I need to go check social media. None of it's true. It's just avoiding the feeling. And then let me think all about how this person did everything to me, rather than release the feeling. Again, this is tough for a lot of people, so there's no reason to beat yourself up about it. This is the biggest resistance I find with people to releasing. They want to think and talk, think and talk, think and talk. It will never end. Could you just ignore that and drop into the feeling? It's okay, bring up the topic, but then we're going to release. If you would like to think and talk about stuff for your processing, you can pay a whole lot more money to go see a therapist. Now, that's not a bad thing, but hopefully your therapist is actually having you release too. Or do what you're doing with your therapist, learn all about it, and then come to the release club and now let go of the feelings. Go talk about it with your sponsor, then come release. Then come let go of these feelings so you don't have to keep thinking these thoughts on and on and on. It can't be that simple. This is a big resistance. It can't be that easy. No way. It's not that easy. No, I have to go to years of therapy. I need to eat a particular way that's really expensive and difficult. That's the solution to my feelings. Again, we talked about how do I let it go? I don't even know how to let go. Is that even possible that I could just let go of a feeling? So these are the resistances that you will experience. Even I experience them, especially the thoughts part. Oh, my mind starts racing and I want to follow the thoughts. I get engaged with the thoughts instead of ignoring the thoughts and just going to the feeling and releasing. So just know these common forms of resistance are going to present themselves. The ego does not want these feelings to go. It will utilize complication. It will utilize thoughts. It will make judgments and moralizations about feelings to keep you from letting go, because this is the biggest threat to your ego, the small self that loves this stuff. Am I getting a payoff from the negative feelings? You bet I am. I am not responsible for my life. It's them. They're the reason. I'm not responsible. It's God. God's the reason. I'm not responsible. It's the economy.
That's the reason. Oh, there are so much payoffs to this. Oh, I'm the worst person ever. Let me just obsess with myself. Oh, I'm so bad. I've messed up so much. I'm such a piece of shit. I never learn. Oh, yes, me. Oh, yes, the payoffs are huge. Now, they pale in comparison to what's available for you on higher frequencies. But I don't want to let go of making my dad wrong. I don't want to let go of making him the reason my life sucks. No, then I'd have to look at myself. I love blaming my coworkers. I love blaming them. Other people are the problem, not me. Your blueprints are not going to be effective unless you're willing to let go of the payoffs you've been getting from your old negative beliefs and ways of relating and activities. There's a huge payoff. Okay, so here you are. You're an energy body, an energy being. I don't even know that that's what you are, but it sure seems like we have these body things, doesn't it? Then a feeling comes up. There's a feeling in my stomach. Ooh. Now, almost immediately, the thoughts start running. What does this mean? I don't like this feeling. I shouldn't be feeling this feeling. And it's just a feeling, but the thoughts the resistance immediately occurs. Oh, and I always mess up. I failed. I'm a failure. I wonder what I ate that did this. So all this resistance, now the feeling can't go anywhere. There is so much resistance here. But then I just, maybe I drop some of those thoughts. Oh, where's my phone? Let me get on Netflix. I want to shop. Like I need to get away from this feeling. So that's going to occur. And there's still some resistance, but then I drop some of that. Wait, hold on. Before I release this feeling, I better check my email. So there's just a little resistance left. Oh, if I can, hopefully this is the last thing. Oh, it's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. And then the feeling starts to lighten up, starts to go. I'll just let it run out. And I'll let it run out some more. It's lightening up, it's lightening up. Okay, back to just being. So we can take a long time to do this, go through lots and lots of thoughts, escaping. Nope, not going to deal with the feeling. Going to still do other stuff to get to this point, or we can just go to, oh, this is just a feeling. Now, Patty's somebody I've gotten to watch really get here. And she's even done this to me. Like we were talking a few weeks ago, and I was doing some expressing, and she's like, could it be that that's just a feeling? Oh, love this woman. Okay. Like if you have a person like that in your life, keep them around. Now, don't do that to your people who don't know about releasing. Don't do that to them. Hey, it's just a feeling. Could you release it? No. They want the feelings. Remember, they want those programs. That's aligned for them. You do it for you. Don't tell other people to do it unless you're me and Patty, and that's okay in our relationship. That's part of our alignment, is we're both very into releasing. But I've heard Patty say again and again, what if it's just a feeling? I stopped following the thoughts. Maybe it's just a feeling. And she even shared that at the beginning of this, that she was with somebody last night, saw the option to go into expression, trying to manage things, trying to do something about it, thinking about it. I was like, what if it's just a feeling? And just went right into releasing and had a fine time. That's always available for you guys. You'll get better at it too. You'll get better at just letting the feelings run. Don't beat yourselves up. Just notice if you're suppressing, repressing, expressing, escaping, and just be aware of it at first. You don't have to not suppress. You don't have to not escape. Just be aware. Oh, I'm escaping from a feeling right now. And just go ahead and escape. You don't have to beat yourself up about it. It's okay, but just becoming more and more conscious. To let go, you do not need to know what the feeling is called. Oh, what is this called? Is this wanting control? Is this wanting approval? Is this wanting security? Is this guilt? Is this shame? Is this anger? Is this pride? Is this fear? Is this irritation? Is this itchiness? You don't need to know. Where did this feeling come from? Is this from my dad? Is this from my ex? Is this from my kid? Is this from the chemtrails? Is this from the frequencies of the PMFs? Is that where this feeling's coming from? Is this from not getting enough sleep? Is this from what I ate? I don't need to know where this feeling came from to release it. Again, all of that is mentalization resistance. It's all thought resistance. I need to do something with this feeling. I need to go lay down. I need to go move. I need to go run. I need to go get a massage. I need to stretch. I need to, what if you didn't need to do anything? You don't need to do it. I need to get rid of this feeling. No, that's resistance. To say I have to get rid of this feeling is saying I don't want to feel this feeling. I'm resisting the feeling. It's stuck. This is the opposite. It's doing, but doing the most powerful thing you can do, which is just releasing it. To let go, just notice the feeling, let it be there, allow it to leave, ignore the thoughts. Just practice. Practice makes progress. Don't worry. Oh, I'm off in thoughts again. No, it's okay. I went to escape again. It's okay. Just practice. Just practice. Just become more aware. Oh, I expressed the feeling again. That's okay. Gosh, I was talking to my kid and I yelled at him. I expressed my feeling rather than releasing it. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with yelling at your kids. It's fun. Just keep on releasing. Just keep on releasing. And then you might find yourself more joking around in those situations with your kids in the future. Could you keep this as simple as possible? People want to make this complicated. Please go do some other thing if you want complicated. This is not complicated. This is as simple as it gets, as fast and efficient as it gets. If you want complication, you can pay me a lot more money and I can tell you a lot of other things to do, because that's what I used to do with clients. To get the most out of this, could you keep it simple? Really, really simple. Here's a big resistance. This is taking too long. Oh, I've been saying this for a long time. It's still not going. All right. Again, this is a belief that you may not be in your belief system, that these programs are accumulated over many lifetimes. So it seems like this is taking, how is this so huge? No, the time it takes to release the feelings is minuscule compared to how long these negative feelings have been running us. So Lester Levinson, he was diagnosed to die, and the doctor said, go home and die. And he went home and he started releasing. He didn't know anything about releasing. But his form of releasing at the time was, is this me? Is this the truth of me? No, let it go. Is this me? Is this the truth of me? No, let it go. So he did that for 3 months. That's about 2,190 hours. Does that number look big? We're talking lifetimes of negative feelings that have been running us. 2,190 hours to go all the way free, to be completely done? No big deal. Life is going to be getting better all along the way. I hope you all have experienced some perks and benefits of releasing on the way, even if you're not totally free. Wow, I just released that one situation. That made things a whole lot better. So it gets better all along the way, but why not ask for help? Do you want some assistance? The ego is not interested in you letting go. I highly recommend just a quick thought to God, or a quick thought to Christ, or a quick thought to Buddha, or a quick thought to an angel, or a quick thought to the universe. However this works for you, however that looks to you, why not just avail yourself of the free and very powerful help that's available? That's why we tune in with that very powerful attractor field at the beginning of the sessions, Gloria in Excelsis Deo. Field of infinite power. I'm just going to let's just allow that to be operating here. And this could be as simple as I ask for help. When you release with others or release with a group, it's often much more powerful. It's all of us releasing together. Somebody who's new at releasing, who sits down next to Russ in this room, will automatically get the benefit of all of his experience releasing. Same thing with Patty. I was like, Patty, please come to the event, because she has been sitting in this room with me for a year and a half, or releasing for a year and a half. When you hang out with Patty, you're going to be releasing automatically. You will have very powerful effects on people as you release, because you'll be on a much more powerful attractor field. So coming to the group is a great way to get a huge boost, because here's the thing, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to be watching a movie. I'm going to be running around, playing, shopping, doing all this other stuff. I'm not going to release. So you come to the group and you get a huge assist. Now, as you get in the swing of it, as you start to get this practice, you'll actually be able to do this anywhere, anytime. Hopefully you still come to the group, but you don't need to. it just get some help until this is really in flow for you. That's why we have over 100 sessions a month. Come get in the flow, and then just combine these two, get the shortcuts, use the shortcuts, get some help, get some divine assistance. It's going to make this go a lot easier and a lot faster for you. Now, I don't want to go all the way, Sam. I don't want enlightenment. I don't want complete freedom. I just want my relationships to not suck so much. Hallelujah. You don't have to release on everything. You don't have to spend 2,160 hours releasing. What if you just released on relationship programs, one at a time? What if you just spent 5 hours just releasing some of your negative things that you used to do with relationships? Would that be worth better relationships? You could release one thing and change all your relationships. This is so amazing. I want you guys to try this. Try this out. So my ex, the person I wouldn't let go of for 4 years, she wanted to express how I was the problem for her. It was one of her favorite things to do, to talk about how I was the problem for her. And I probably was. It was probably true. What I used to do was try and defend myself, try and make her wrong, try and rationalize and make a way out of it. So what happened was, I remember one of the last long calls I had with her. Here she goes. I saw the wanting to defend. I saw the wanting to make her wrong. But what I did was I just listened, and I just was releasing my feelings, releasing my feelings, releasing my feelings, releasing my feelings. And they're not even my feelings, just releasing the feelings. Who knows? Maybe I was releasing her feelings too. But again, it's not my feeling. It's not their feeling. It's just a feeling. Again, the more we think about this, the more complicated we make it, the less efficient our releasing is going to be. So I'm on the phone. I'm just releasing, releasing, releasing. It was amazing. Eventually I was like, is it all right to say anything here? And she was like, yeah. And she had expressed so much. Finally, at least the volume went down a little bit. And it was beautiful. I didn't have to pay attention to anything she was saying. I responded perfectly to several of her points in a way that wasn't making her wrong, in a way that wasn't defending myself. The perfect words came out because I released. Guess what? I wasn't thinking what to say, so I was actually hearing her without even trying, without even paying attention. I was just releasing. And then the field had a perfect response from a higher frequency. And so the communication was effective, strengthened the relationship instead of weakened it. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So I want you guys to know to try this. Next time somebody's expressing all over you, just start releasing. And it doesn't mean you're not going to be able to communicate with them. The chances are your communication is going to be far more effective. So could you just keep releasing your feelings, keep ignoring the thoughts, and keep watching the physical transform in surprising and fun ways? Remember what Lester did. Is this me? No, let it go. Is this me? No, let it go. Is this me? No, let it go. You can't let go of it if it's you. You will never get from me here that you are a victim. I see only the power in all of you. I see only the strength in all of you. I see only God in all of you. And I'm compassionate if you guys want to be victims, if you want to claim weakness. That's okay. That's okay. I get what I see in you. You guys get what you see in other people. Are you looking for power? Are you using powerful attractor fields in your observations and in your thinking? Or are you looking for weakness? Are you using power or are you using weakness? Relationships are going to improve if you're using power. Relationships are going to deteriorate if you're using weakness.